Lightning reaction to G.I. Joe Day, February 1st. I got to tell you, Darklon coming out, looking good, way better than those images you had up from the mock-ups. The green is more toned down. That sword looks fantastic. It seems like it's something you might find in a Conan the Barbarian figure, but awesome. And what I do like is the secondary skull, the secondary head sculpt that comes with it, makes it good. I was not going to get this in the first place, but now I am excited to get him. Next up, they know it's Retro Breaker, and I can tell you this, the Breaker that came with the Ram Cycle is awesome. I don't know if I'm going to get this one, but I do appreciate the fact they do have the bubble gum, so I can take it back to the good old days when I used to sit after school and watch the G.I. Joe cartoon. And next up, you have probably the biggest peg warmer that is going to be coming from the series, I feel, and that is the divers. Yes, you have the yellow, so you know it's G.I. Joe diver, and then you've got the red, so you know it's the Cobra diver. Now, it is from the Mass Effect device series, which, it was a cool series. I did enjoy it, but I remember watching it going, that's a lot of people in the same stuff, and I can't believe they actually picked that for you when you could have played this as Flash. Oh, I'm still waiting for Sergeant Flash, but he still flashed me down hard. But this is one thing. It does come with the retro rifles, which is kind of cool. It does have, water moccasins, like machete kind of thing. However, it is just a repaint of Torpedo, so I'm like, oh, well, at least they're reusing this stuff. So this is one I think you'll be able to get on discount at Christmas time. Now, next up on their announcements, they had CoverGirl, Retro CoverGirl. Honestly, if you ever watched the cartoon and then you saw the toy, you never really knew how are they the same person? This actually is pretty cool. Works out real well. I will be picking this up. She actually does, her head does pop on the original CoverGirl if you want to have her in her old outfit and kind of relive those days, but with the old head, you have that. That is kind of cool. I was happy about that. Flint! We finally have a Flint that makes sense. This is the Flint we all watched when we were kids, and it was awesome. This is awesome. However, the first one that they came out, that's when they were kind of like, let's do it updated that actually no one ended up liking, but now we really like Classified because you have actually some old school stuff. Yeah, and let's not get into that Tiger Force one, kind of like, living an 80s fever dream video thing. But this retro one looks amazing. I will definitely pick this one up, pre-order it, however I can get it, I want it. Next up, you have the Retro Televiper. Now, sometimes when they do the retro things, I'm like, why are you doing this? Because the one you made with the Trouble Bubble is perfect. However, it's expensive when you get the Trouble Bubble. So I can understand why they redid it, and it's very cool. The 2 extra skulls that have the alert going over the eye things, that is super cool. Now, other announcements if you look out there. 1 2-pack of Slice and Dice. That was after my time. Not a big fan. Not a big ninja person, but I got to respect. Those are some pretty cool things with all the weapons involved. You can't pass up on that. Then you have the Snake. Oh my gosh, the Snake Battle Armor. Now, maybe you can get a guy in there. Maybe you can't. I can't tell, but this does look pretty cool. I won't lie to you. I'm pretty excited by that one. Interesting to see what the actual size will be, but it does have some effects, which is nice. And then you have the Striker, which they kind of alluded to earlier in the year, or I guess last year. However, I will look at this and go, I was expecting something better. I am kind of disappointed in this one. Crankcase does look kind of cool. Very nice update to him. I'll like to get him. However, looking at that Striker, and I remember how more Dune buggy it was when you look at the Real American Hero line. I kind of missing that Dune bugginess in there, but I'll give it a try. I'll check it out. But what do you think? Those are the reviews we had for Yo Joe Day. So I wish you all the best, and I'll say bye, and let me know, what were you most excited about?